Signs Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, welcome to my channel. My name is Chelsea. In this reading, for those of you dealing with someone who has suddenly pulled away from you, we're going to find out why. And for those of you who like to book a personal reading with me, information is in the description box below. Today is the 17th of January 2023. Time here in Bali, Indonesia is 7:02 a.m. And please bear in mind that this is a collective reading for earth signs, and if you were divinely guided to watch this video, this message is meant for you, even if you're dealing with the same earth sign. Now let's get your reading started. Spirits and angels, please show me for earth signs Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Why did their person suddenly pull away? Hangman at the bottom of the deck. Even though this person has pulled away, the Page of Swords in reverse for me indicates they're still interested, they're still keeping tabs on you. And with the Page of Wands here, this person could be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. But Temperance here is in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse, and the Fool here is in reverse. They might think that being with you is quite a big risk, okay? Either because it has something to do with your past, or it has something to do with their past, okay? Or a past that both of you have experienced together. Either one of these three, okay? And then the Temperance here is in reverse, so it doesn't quite sit well with this person. It feels like there's imbalance. There's an imbalance, but also maybe disharmony. If it's somebody, this person may have pulled away because both of you had some disagreements, okay? But also, I feel like mainly Six of Cups in reverse and the Fool in reverse, I think they're pulling away because of something that has to do with the past. Yeah, it may have something to do with your past that doesn't have anything to do with this person. They're kind of like, ugh, I'm not too sure. Or it could be because of their own past. You may have reminded them of their own past mistakes, right? With the Fool here on first. Or you could be you may have reminded them of their ex, or maybe it's the way you look, or maybe it's the way you behave or act. It could be because of anything, but I feel like it has something to do with, it's definitely related to something from the past that they find it to be like risky, or it could be a mistake, or a mistake that they do not want to repeat, okay? Wheel of Fortune is right here, and Ace of Swords right here. Even if they're pulling away, earth signs, I feel like they will talk to you eventually when they're ready, because the Wheel of Fortune here indicates a change, but also a change of direction. And the Ace of Swords indicates, communication. So they will, and the Page is a messenger. So I feel like they've been thinking about communicating with you, but they could just be waiting for the right time with the Wheel of Fortune here. Another thing I'm getting here is that they may be pulling away because they need to go and find themselves, something that they're looking for, right? If you look at the Page of Wands, he is standing, it doesn't matter he or she, not gender specific, like standing in the desert. So if you look at this desert here, most of the time, I'm not saying all the time, if you're in the desert, or at a desert, not in, I don't know, but anyway, it feels like, because if you're at a desert, there's nobody, usually there's nobody, unless you went there with your friends or something. But it feels like the Page of Wands, it looks like he's alone, he or she is alone, right? So it's like looking for an oasis. So if you're alone at a desert, And if you're stranded, if you're stuck, whatever the case it could be, you could most likely people look for, you start looking for an oasis. I don't know if it's even real, if it's even true, but that's what I always relate to a desert. It's people looking for an oasis, looking for water. And I feel like this is this person perhaps looking for an oasis, perhaps looking for a little glimmer of hope, a little glimmer of light. Because with the hangman here, you know, for some of them, they could literally be looking for it physically, okay? But for a lot of them, they could be looking for it metaphorically, where, you know, the hangman again can indicate somebody whom is trying to gain some perspectives here in regards to the situation. So this page could be looking to be inspired, looking for hope. When you see an oasis from far away, I've never been to a desert before, I'm just imagining it from whatever movies I've seen before, that from far away, when you see an oasis, there's hope. You feel much happier. And even if it's so far away, you're gonna feel like you have more energy to walk towards it. You feel happier because you can actually see it, and you think that you can actually reach it. Even if you cannot, even if you need to crawl, you're gonna crawl to that oasis, because that's a sign of hope, that's a sign of life. So I feel like earth signs, your person may be pulling away from you because they could be looking for a sign, okay? They could be looking for hope. They could be looking for inspiration. Something that can make them feel slightly more positive about these baggages from the past. Again, these baggages may or may not have anything to do with you. If this is someone relatively new and they find out, just an example, that maybe you've been married before, maybe you have kids, maybe you're much older than them, maybe you have a different belief, different culture, there's something that, you know, that belongs to you, that comes with you, that comes with a package that I think maybe this person isn't that comfortable with, okay? So they could be looking for an enlightenment, okay, with the Page of Wands here. You know, metaphorically also, they could be reading something, learning something, asking questions, or Googling stuff, right? Looking, I feel like it's looking for that, again, that oasis that I was talking about, a sign of hope, a sign of life. Because most of the time you see in desert, there's only desert, right? And mostly, I mean, it's dry, it's full of sand. Maybe you see cactuses. Again, I've never been to a desert before, but you see cactuses, but you don't want to be stranded alone in a desert. So maybe this person feels a little bit stranded in the situation, that they feel there's no hope right now. They cannot see how they can survive. Imagine if you're in a desert, can you survive in a desert alone by yourself with maybe, well, he's not bringing anything with him. Just that he's dressed pretty well. So, but you know, I just feel like this person with the Wheel of Fortune here could also be traveling. If not, their mind could be traveling all over the places, or looking for answers, asking questions, or, you know, Googling. And then look, Ace of Swords. And I do read the sword as information as well, communication, information. So for some of them, they may be pulling away because they want to gain some clarity, right? Ace of Swords indicates clarity as well, especially it's in an upright position, and perhaps looking for the purpose of this connection, looking for again an enlightenment. If this connection could be successful, will it be successful? That's the thing, because there's a crown here and then the wreath. So they want to make sure 100% that this is going to be successful. Maybe they're pulling away because they're in search for an answer, right? The Knight of Pentacles here is you. They see your worth. This person sees your worth, sees your value, sees that perhaps you have high standards. And then the Page of Swords here in reverse, but they want to know also if it's too good to be true. And maybe your past has something to do with it, or maybe it's their past. Maybe it has nothing to do with you at all. Childhood trauma, something that just doesn't sit well with them. They have not come to, what's that word again? They haven't come to a point where they're okay with their past, or your past, or both of your past, okay? May have been created by the both of you. You know, 3 different groups of you. And we've got the Ace of Wands here in reverse. Something that they do not kind of trust. I feel like they may be pulling away, because also with Ace of Wands in reverse, they're interested for sure, because the Page of Wands is in an upright position. But the Ace of Wands in reverse, this may not be related to this person. It may be related to if you have someone else, or that they could be looking, if they'd be interested more in someone else. It could be that as well, right? But they want to have this clarity and know 100% for sure that they are okay with these things, with this past, or they're okay with you being somebody very independent, or somebody who doesn't need them. Some of them, they could be insecure because they think maybe they've been left before by somebody who didn't need them. And perhaps you embody certain qualities about this person's ex. It could be their childhood trauma, okay? Any sorts of trauma. Because the Nine of Pentacles, again, is a very, very independent energy. So they may be fearful of you being way too independent and you would just leave them. Because the page is a page, 2 pages here. So they could be younger than you are, or maybe they're not as successful as you are. So they're afraid you're going to turn them down as well. Ace of Wands in reverse. Have you heard of that saying? Or I think it's very common. Some people will just leave you before you could leave them. I feel like that could be the scenario here, signs. They could be pulling away from you because they think you're going to pull away from them eventually anyway, right? And they could be feeling that you may find out something about them as well. That it's not going to be, that you might feel that they're not good enough for you. So the Wheel of Fortune, again, I do sense them feeling actually lucky to have met you. But they could be questioning as well. Why would you choose me? You are the Nine of Pentacles. I'm just a page. Why would you choose me, right? So they're pondering with that for a while here with the Hangman. Hangman is also a pause energy. Some of them, they may just want to pause this connection. Don't want it to move too fast. Don't want it to, turn into something that they may relate to in their past that may have made them feel like it was a mistake. Maybe they just don't want to repeat certain mistakes from the past. Perhaps the way they communicated or the way they treated you. See, again, it all goes back to something from the past here. So I'm sensing it may have something to do with the past trauma. Or again, some of it's your past trauma, or your past, or both of it, the past, your past that both of you may have created together. They need time. That's what I'm sensing here, are signs. Your person needs time, and once they're ready, it feels like they're gonna communicate with you. But the Page of Swords in reverse, the person could also be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I'm not sure if I already mentioned that. Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Can be any sign of Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I feel like they're still interested. They're still watching you. I think they have all the intention to speak with you. But until they feel much more settled, they feel much more ready, I would say, when it's the right time, they will, they'll come back, and I'm sensing they'll return and they'll communicate with you. And this time, when they communicate with you, it will be with a lot of clarity, honesty, and it might change the dynamics of this connection. But it really depends how it goes. Because the thing is, the Wheel of Fortune, it could turn anyway, right, left, to north, south, east, west. So it really depends. At this moment, I feel like it's just kind of like hanging in the air, but the intention is there to speak with you again. The intention is to maybe give this connection a chance, a second chance, but they need to be clear. This person needs to be clear once. Well, maybe they need time to clear their mind too. Yeah. Because again, the Page of Swords in reverse is trying to gain a lot of information first about you. And maybe it's something that they may have found out about you as well, Nine of Pentacles. That perhaps you're doing well for yourself, or that you have a lot of admirers. Or there's something that I feel, some of you has nothing to do with you. You don't have a problem, Nine of Pentacles here. You're good. I think it's them. They're the ones being suspicious. They're the ones who don't kind of trust you. And for some of you, maybe this person could have pulled away because you told them something, told them the truth. Or for some of you, you may have cut this person off. You may have told them something that I feel made them kind of change their mind a little bit here, okay? Something about yourself or something about your past. Alright, our signs of Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, this is your reading. Hope you resonated in some way, shape, or form. If you did, please hit like, share, and subscribe. I'm open for personal readings. If you'd like to book me, my information is in the description box below. Don't forget, there are so many videos that I've posted, and these videos are very, very new because I post them every single day, twice a day even. Click on that one, daily readings. That's the one with all of the videos with different topics and different questions. And then there's another playlist. It says Asia. This one is from my second channel. It's a travel vlog channel. Check it out if you want to as well. Anyway, take care, Earth signs. Hope to see you back here again later or tomorrow. Bye.